Robert Kiyosaki, the author of the all-famous Rich Dad Poor Dad, is back with more dire warnings to watch out for. He is predicting a big market crash up ahead, and this time he is likely to be more right than ever. But how exactly will the future turn out according to him, and what can we do to survive the upcoming difficult time? This is what we are going to look at today. To put it bluntly, Robert Kiyosaki has said that real estate, stocks, gold, silver, and even the Bitcoin markets will crash soon, economically wiping out millions. And if you think he's just blushing or making random irrational statements, know that this is not the first time Robert has predicted something. The renowned author has previously issued multiple market crash alerts too. The economic turmoil we're seeing right now is the one Robert had already warned us of in his books. The book Rich Dad Prophecy, as the name indicates, is only based on predictions. These predictions are now becoming a bitter reality. Robert recently stated that stocks and bonds are collapsing and forecasted the largest bond drop since 1788. He further warned that if inflation and public upheaval are not kept in check, an even greater depression can result. However, despite the apparent grim prediction, Kiyosaki thinks that you might still be able to make the best out of this time. Kiyosaki recently tweeted, "The best time to prepare for a crash is before the crash. The biggest crash in world history is coming. The good news is that the best time to get rich is during a crash. The bad news is the next crash will be a long one. You might get the temptation to hide money, but this might not be in your best interest." Kiyosaki urged his 2 million Twitter followers to become richer, saying they should not be among the unlucky ones who perish. Last week, he said, "It's not what's in your wallet. Change what's in your head first, then get richer," the speaker emphasized. And while he thinks almost all valuables will crash, according to the author, here are 2 resources that could be of great use when trying to weather this inevitable storm. 1. Oil. The #1 asset you can rely on during hard times is oil. No matter how bad the situation, the oil will never lose its value completely. It may fluctuate, but sooner or later, it will reach its true value again. We have seen this at the height of the pandemic, when even though the price of crude oil declined in June and July, the year-to-date increase is still 34%. Strong oil prices help oil producers, as you might anticipate. Investors have reaped impressive profits so far this year from companies like ConocoPhillips, 50%, ExxonMobil, 51%, and Chevron, 35%. This principle of investment not only applies to oil, it involves all sources of energy. Having investments in any energy sector will make your portfolio seem better in 2022 than those that don't. But despite the promise of great profits, the rising oil prices are not very good for anyone in the long run. Paying more for gas due to increased prices drives even more inflation overall. To describe the effect of this inflation, Kiyosaki recently tweeted, "Middle class wiped away by increasing oil inflation." 2. Silver. The second asset to survive the storm is commodities, mainly silver. The well-known author has long promoted buying precious metals as an investment. For millennia, gold and silver have assisted investors in protecting their capital. Unlike fiat money, metals cannot be created out of thin air, and global economic events have no bearing on their value. And while both gold and silver are equally important, this time, Kiyosaki is picking one over the other because of something called gold-to-silver ratio, which is just the quantity of silver ounces needed to purchase 1 ounce of gold. The gold-to-silver ratio for the 20th century was 47:1, according to the oldest recorded rate in history. However, now it is 85:1. This means that the gold today is more expensive, making silver the better investment overall. In addition, silver also has industrial applications, like the manufacture of solar panels and electric control systems for many cars, making it an exciting asset class for investors. In addition, there are many silver miners that are prepared for an increase in the price of silver. An excellent place to start your investigation should be companies like Pan America Silver, PAAS, Wheaton Precious Metals, WPM, and First Majestic Silver, AG. Or you can take a simpler route and purchase the metal immediately. One coin should cost around $25, making it an investment everyone can afford. Apart from the above two commodities, Kiyosaki also likes Bitcoin. He has been waiting for Bitcoin to drop in price before purchasing. He stated in June that he would wait to purchase until the cryptocurrency tested $1,100. He remarked that he had cash on hand and was ready to purchase Bitcoin in July. BTC dropped below 20K this week. At the time of this video, the price of one Bitcoin is $19,283. According to estimates from CoinMarketCap, the whole cryptocurrency market is currently valued at roughly $1.04 trillion. But despite Kiyosaki's advice, let me tell you this: commodity investing is a particularly risky activity, and you should not get into it without your own extensive research. This brings us to the end of the video. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing and sharing so we can keep bringing more content like this.